はい。はい。
お願いします。
お願いします。Down. Hey, side to side. Hey, keep the shoulder. Circles one way. Circles the other way. Arms forward. So, arms back. And stretch one side. Stretch the other side. Crossing. The other side. Open and close. Hey, Aikikai. Hey, hand tight. So, we'll hold lights. Benji. Yoko. Hey, ki. Go. Ni, ki. Go. San, ki. Go. Stop. Forward. Down. Hey, your knees from the back. Okay, circles one way. Circles the other way. So, down. 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 Open your toes. Down. Ki. Go. Ni, ki. Go. 3、9、5、1、6, 7, 8, raising your knee, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, the other side, raising your knee, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, the other side. Now this time, swinging your leg a little bit more with a little bit more freedom, all the way back, all the way to the front. Just careful, just do it slowly. It's not a kick, it's just an exercise to begin to explore the mobility of your hip and your knee at this time. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The other side. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And side, hip hinges. 1, push your shoulders back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So remember, with the hip hinges, it's very important to maintain as much as possible posture. Okay, so that's why you kind of keep your hands. Eventually, this exercise will be used to things like, going down to the ground and touching and so on. But right now, it's not for that. It's just to explore my capacity of my hip to hinge in that position. So your hands are close to your chest. Okay, your shoulders are really back. So every time that you raise, you try to do it proportional. Every raise of your foot is the proportional inclination of your spine. So not the bending of your head. It's very important that we don't bend our head and then do our movement, bend our head and then do the movement somehow. Is that we are connected leg, spine, and because spine, therefore head. So, okay, very, very important to try to keep harmony between our movement of our leg and the movement of the spine. Therefore, the head goes down. But do not confuse with bending or leaning with the head and then pushing with the leg. So that's a different thing. That's not hinging, that's just bending, okay, or leaning forward. So not do that, just try to keep that. So let's do it one more time. You will be disciplined with your shoulders back and with the movement of your leg, which therefore impacts your hip and then impacts your spine, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. To the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. This exercise can be a little challenging because there are quite a few things going on. Obviously, we focus on the hip hinge, but the first thing that the exercise tests is the structural stability of my supporting leg. So if my supporting leg has some problem with its alignment, say my knee is out of alignment, or my ankle or my hip, then the stability is not going to be good, and that could potentially develop into an injury. So the first thing that we check is there stability in that leg that I am standing on, you know, and stability comes out of alignment. You know, is there a good alignment between my 3 joints, my ankle, my knee, and my hip joint? So that's the first thing, you know, and sometimes even just something as simple as just raising your leg kind of checks that stability. Yeah. Second thing is balance, which is related to stability, but it's not the same thing. You know, so I can have good stability but poor balance. Okay, so I can have good stability but then poor balance. The more lack of balance we have, the more we play with the stability. That's a different thing. But stability and balance are kind of a couple of things. And then after I check that I have stability and balance, do I have capacity to hinge? So to do that exercise, if you feel that you need to, so that you can grab something, you know, grab into a table or grab into a chair, okay, just to mainly assist you with balance, okay, and just not worry about that part, and just focus on saying how is my stability on my foot, you know, versus my, you know, in order to do my movement. So stability, you know, on one side, stability on the other side. So simple little jumps like that. Let's just do 10 and 10 because they're going to be testing stability, which comes out of good alignment. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, it may not, your leg may not like it. So, you know, you may not even have to jump in order to kind of test the stability. You may just kind of be able to bounce and say, is my knee and my ankle allowing and liking this sensation of me loading into it. Any poor structural alignment on that foot is not going to like the loading, which is problematic because eventually there will be several moments in our techniques when we create some loading. So yeah, just study that, practice that, see how does that feels on your own leg. Okay, so side to side. I know Shikofumi is another one that is good for opening your hips and also testing stability. Man, Shikofumi, that one for good. Even if it's not very high, you know, low, not very high, low. But again, stability, balance, down. Stability, balance, down. Stability, balance, stability, balance, down. So, side to side. And a bit lower. Side. Toes up. And the other side. So this time again, toes up, go down into your knee, and open up a little bit more. Eventually, there will be no support needed, but at the moment, you know, maybe early in the morning, you need a lot of support, like me. Okay, you go to one side, the other side, knee down, and open up. So again, one side, on your heels, support, knee down, and open up. Other side, down, on your heel, knee down, and sitting. Push up. Then relax, elbows down. So, going forward and back. So, forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, forward, hips up, hips down, hips up, hips down, hips up, down, hips up, hips down, hips back. So forward again, hips up. So this time sun salutations. Remember, like with the push-up, if you cannot do sun salutations with your knees up, you may want to consider putting them down. And still trying at this point to do some form of the sun salutation, which is basically like a push-up, well, obviously with that curving sensation. If you cannot do it on your toes, then do them on your knees. So what? Come up, them on your toes, and sun salutations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and back stretch. Now this time put your arms open lateral side to your arm, and now work on one shoulder, move, and the other shoulder. Open up, one shoulder, turn, like if you were doing Aikido. So the other shoulder, turn. Open, one shoulder, turn. So the other shoulder, turn. So, okay. So this time, coming to plank position, you just practice something a little bit challenging, okay? We're going to do an alternated push-up. So pull one foot, one hand, one hand back, okay? So one, instead of both hands side to side, one forward, one back, okay? Let's just check that. One forward, one back. One forward, one back. One forward, one back. One forward, remember at the level of your shoulders, more or less. Back. At the level of your shoulder or head. Back. Shoulder, head, back. Shoulder, head, back. Shoulder, head, back. And rest, okay? So we're going to do a little bit of a parallel kind of push-up down. So now, again, if you can do it on your toes, do it on your knees. Okay, when you're going to be parallel, you're going to come down. On the other side, down, okay? So normally your push-ups are with your hands this way. This time we're going to do them with one hand forward and one backwards, just to kind of create an extra challenge on those push-ups, okay? So one up, one down, on your knees or on your toes, and you try to stay with me, okay? So one up, one down, and one. Change hands, 2. Change hands, 3. Change hands, 4. Change hands, 5. Change, 6. Change, 7. Change, 8. Change, 9. Change, 10. And stop. Good. All right. So most of the time when we do our practice, at some point our hands are not going to be parallel perfect for a push-up position. So different positions of our hands require slightly different body muscles to intervene, and it's good to have more literacy on which muscles and how to engage them for those purposes, okay? So now go back again to this one, again to your shoulders. Open up one shoulder, 1. Second shoulder. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8, 9, 10. So with that exercise, remember what you're trying to do is just basically rotate one shoulder up and rotate the other shoulder back. So it's a very gentle kind of exploration of the rotation of your shoulder, which eventually is what we need in more vigorous exercises like Aikido, okay? But the fact that our shoulder can rotate with certain ease. It's a very small movement, but it just checks the capacity of our shoulder rotating in that direction in a reasonably safe manner. So you can do that standing up, but if you do it on the ground, you kind of have connection with the ground, and then you can rotate to one side, and then you can rotate to one side. Okay, all right, let's go back again to our, this parallel, I don't know what that's called, something else, not parallel position of the hands. Okay, so up, one front, one back, 1, the other side, 2, the other side, 3, change, 4, change, 5, change, 6, change, 7, change, 8, change, 9, change, 10, and relax. So, right, Ushiro Kemi into shin box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way up. 1 into extension. 2, 3, 4. Remember, at the beginning, you may need support of your hands on your way down and on your way up. Okay, so use as much as you need to support our hands. And eventually, you will not need the support of your hands. Eventually, hopefully, you will be able to use your upper body to assist the movement, but not supporting on the floor, such as 1. It's very important to visualize pulling something. Pushing down, 2, visualize pulling something. So, depending what the condition of your body, still please use your hands as much as you need to support yourself up or down, or exchange that for visualizing pulling, but don't let the arms go idle. Don't get the hands go like, I don't know what to do while the lower body is doing something. Keep them in harmony, please, okay? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now from that position, which is our shin box position, put your hands down, and you can do this in an explosive one move, or you can do this slowly. One leg goes back, the other leg goes forward. Okay, we're going to do a push down a little bit to open up. Okay, we're going to take away the hand that is close to your leg to do a front hip extension. Keep parallel, core engaged. You're going to come back again, and now you're going to basically return your back leg to the front and your other leg to the back of shin box. Okay, this transition between shin box to mountain climber can be slow, can be literally 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, or can be explosive, which is hands down into one motion. Okay, so depending what's the condition of your body, you can do them in a 1-2 motion or in a 1 explosive motion. Okay, so anyway, so shin box position. Okay, Ushiro Kemi, shin box position, extension, hands down, one forward, one back, push down, lift up, extend your leg, hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, back again, bring it forward, sitting down again, go back to your extension. In your extension, again, Shibokemi, shin box, extension. Hands down, one forward, one back, push down, lift up, let go of the hand that is close to the body. Now, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, back. Okay, leg forward, leg back, extension. Okay, so now you got that. I'm going to go a little bit more with more flow. Just do it on your own rhythm. If you can stay with me, stay. Otherwise, take all of these steps in your own rhythm. Okay, so 1, go. Up, down, go. 2, stop. 3, 2. So 3. So 4. And rest. So anyway, so that's just to kind of give ourselves a bit of knowledge on that kind of integrated sequences that targets different parts of the body, our lower body, our hips, our core muscles, our upper body, and so on. So you can develop those movements as much as you need to. Okay, so Yoko Ukemi this time. Yoko Ukemi at 90 degrees first. So and then we're going to proceed to 45 degrees, and then we're going to proceed with a full Yoko Ukemi. Okay, so three movements on each side: 90 degrees, 45 degrees, full Yoko Ukemi. Remember, 90 degrees, 45 degrees will challenge a little bit more your core muscles. Make sure to engage those, not your lower back. Okay, 90 degrees, and back, 45 degrees, and back, and full Yoko Ukemi. So again, 90 degrees, back, 45, back, and full Yoko. 90, 45, Yoko. 90, 45, Yoko. 90, 45, Yoko. 90, 45, so Yoko. Alright. So, Senpo Ukemi, just this week we're working a lot on just reminding ourselves, a very important part of all our Ukemis, Ushiro Ukemi, Yoko Ukemi, Senpo Ukemi, Ikkyo Ukemi, to try as much as possible keep an eye on your pana as you perform your role and return that eye back away straight to your pana. So, especially with Senpo Ukemi, we can be tempted to let's say my partner is projecting me that way, my partner is here. Instead of me looking at my pana and keep an eye on them, I'm tempted to look to the ground and forward, and then forget about my partner and roll, and then suddenly remember, I have a partner and look. So it's kind of the opposite in a sense. So I'm always mostly connected to my partner and return and look to my partner. Okay, so Senpo Kemi from your knees, but this time please imagine that you're being projected that way, means your partner is projecting you here. So turn your face, make sure that you keep an eye on the place you're coming from, and that you return your eye as soon as possible to that, okay? Also, try to finish your Senpo Kemi in your standard knee position, as opposed to finishing on your two knees, okay? So finish on your standard knee position, okay? And then turn, okay? Look at your partner, in your roll, standard knee position, turn, okay? So keep an eye on your partner and finish your Kemi in your standard knee position. You can do that from your knee position, or if you already feel ready to kind of do this from standing up, kind of standing up. From standing up, that's okay. Okay, from your standing up, from your knee position. Keep your eye on partner, good things are doing, okay? So, on our own time. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So now, there's Shiho Nage. We try to work on Shiho Nage during the week. We did it from several ways. We did our Hami Handachi that one of them is teaching, where I'm going to do it a little bit slower than usual. Normally it would be just as she touch, I will enter with my hand. For the moment, let me just do it a little bit slower, so I can understand that this hand goes on top, not under, on top. And now this is the important part of the exercise. As soon as this hand touches, normally the other hand goes to sleep. It's very important that this hand, which is going to be the leading hand, this is going to be the leading hand, right? So that hand leads is going to be the movement. If I don't use the other hand, it feels like it's a very somatic movement because it relies completely on her following this lead. There is nothing that compels the movement apart from the leading action of my hand. The other hand is going to enforce, going to pull towards me. I'm going to create pressure on the wrist and on the fingers. Because of that, she feels that pressure, and now she feels more the urge to move. Okay, she should be compelled to move by those two actions, not by one action alone, by the action of leading and by the action of enforcing. If we use too much the action of leading, and she feels nothing on her hand, she may or may not come. If we use too much the action of enforcing and we stop leading, she will naturally fight that sensation. So we need to use both sensations, leading and enforcing. Coming down and following the body. Okay? Come down. Don't go to sleep, the leading hand, especially the leading hand. Okay, thank you. So I guess the message more than anything is, remember that both hands, the hand that is leading and the hand that is enforcing, both are active. The problem that we have many times is that when one hand is working, the other one is not working, whatever hand it is, right? Either we're leading a lot and not enforcing enough, or when we decide that we want to enforce something, then the leading hand goes to sleep. So those two hands, the leading hand and the enforcer hand, need to both work in same feeling, okay? So now one last thing for our Shikonage as well is if we stand up, if we sit in this position and we raise our hand and we just raise it just at the eye level or a bit below, that is not enough raising for Shikonage. It's too low, it's too cramped in front. We keep raising our hand and it's in front of our head but above our head. That would be a better place to kind of raise for our Shikonage. If we keep going and our hand passes or reaches the level of the middle of my head, let alone beyond my head, then that's too much. That's when we lose control of my partner. So raise my hand at this level is possibly not enough. At this level in front of me, or above my head is better. At this level is too much. Okay, so just to kind of have a look at that. So here, this level may not be enough. This leading hand still has more to move. There you go. And okay, but once again, so if I raise too much above my head, going here, then I lost it. Then I lost because it's not in front of me anymore. Okay. So raising your hand, using your shoulders, but not too short, not passing your head, not below your head, not passing your head, just above your head, but in front of you. Okay, so let's practice that. Breathing in, breathing out. Step and cut. The other hand, this is your leading hand. The other hand on top is the enforcer hand. Breathing in, breathing out. And then hands down together inside of your legs, okay, which is the inside of your triangle, but all the way down to the ground. Okay, again, breathing in, breathing out. Inside, breathing in, breathing out. So, because at the moment we're using both hands as leading hands, both are okay active. They don't know the difference, but just remember that at one point, one hand will start leading, the other hand will enforce. So one hand out, this one raises, second hand, this one pulls, okay? So breathing in, breathing out. This hand raise, this hand pulls. The one that pulls is the enforcer hand, okay? Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Super important to finish your Chikonage, both hands down, fists touching the ground, ideally inside of your legs, okay? So breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. You go. One more. You go. Okay, so important to remember to have hands awake. This month we're going to be focusing on Zanshin, that idea, and we started with what Mono-sensei, the most simplest definition that I've heard, which is not a direct definition, but it's a good prompt, it's a good reminder. Okay, Zanshin means many things, and we may explore some of that during the month. But the most important prompt, it starts with the idea of wake up. Okay, so be present, wake up. Okay, so if we are not present, then whatever other definitions the word Zanshin may have do not make any sense. They lose context. So wake up. And when we are practicing our techniques, we need to remember that both hands, the hand that is leading and the hand that is enforcing, both have to be awake. What happens with Shikonage is that one hand leads, the other one comes to grab, the one that is leading goes to sleep. And then everything becomes one hand, okay? Or we are very good leaders, but then the hand that is enforcing is not really doing a very good job, and then it goes to sleep. Both hands need to be awake, active, both hands, okay? So let's finish up with Dachiwasa Kokyuho, okay? So we want to hands out, two hands, breathing in, absorb with your front foot, breathing out. So, once again, two hands out. That's the beauty of Ryopedori, so both hands are active. Breathing in, absorb, breathing out. So you slide back, front foot, slide forward, but keep your hips down because you will be absorbing your partner during training. Okay, careful that your hips don't raise because otherwise your partner is going to overpower you on the way back. So hips down, absorb, inside, breathing in, go. Very important to this exercise is difficult because we absorb and we raise. So those two movements will completely invite us to raise our hips. The problem is that we're inviting a heavy weight to us, and that's going to uproot us. So we need a lot of discipline to say absorbing and raising doesn't mean uprooting ourselves. It has to completely demand even more stability when we do that. So breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. You go. 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 I go. You go. Hey. Finish up. Hey. Hey.
ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。Thank you very much.